Once upon a time, I had bigger dreams.
I see a girl.
3,
Look, look.
2, 1.
That's gonna be you one day, Rex.
I know it, Mom.
But sometimes, life doesn't always work out the way you planned.
Yo.
Can I get you another drink?
Anthony Vega for Marvel Latin News. Thank you so much for your time.
Hi, Anthony. So nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Congratulations on the film. I
Thanks.
really enjoy it.
good.
Combining this romantic comedy with science seems great to me.
Good.
I'm doing this also because I'm a science teacher, so
Oh,
I really love that.
wonderful.
I ask you, the film feels like these romantic comedies from the early 2000s movies that I love. I really love those movies. What's your intention as a writer and director for it to feel that way?
Yeah, I think it was. I really wanted to make something that felt like Legally Blonde, where it was a fun movie to watch and an easy movie to watch. And there was a message underneath it, but you weren't hit over the head with it. It was like a fun trip into another world with these big characters. And I think, the comedies that I grew up on, a lot of them had such a sense of heart. And I wanted that. I wanted it to feel like, oh, this is a world you want to go into where most of the people are really kind.
Awesome. Taking that point, where does this story come from? Was there something in particular that motivated you to write it?
Well, I have multiple science teachers in my family. So
Awesome.
I've always had an interest in science, although it wasn't the field that I studied. But when a few years ago, NASA announced that they had their first class, their astronaut candidate class that was 50-50 male-female, I was really intrigued by that. And so I started to look into what does it take to even be invited to try out to be an astronaut. And the more I read about it, the more I kind of could not believe how incredibly competitive it is and how intense these people have to be to even get to that point. It's, multiple degrees, career in, science, in STEM, maybe time in the military, maybe they're also a pilot. It was just like, well, this is a world that I want to write about and be in. And then specifically, I wanted to show women in that world. I felt like I hadn't seen enough of that, and I hadn't seen women being ferociously competitive with one another in a comedy when it wasn't about a man. It was just about these super accomplished women, all of whom are the best, but they're trying to be the best. And that was just funny to me, and I wanted to spend time there.
That's awesome. That's awesome. How was it working with actors such as Emma Roberts and Tom Hopper?
Oh, it's the best. I mean, that's for me that's the best part of directing, is that you get to interact with these people who are there to serve your story, but they make it so much better because they have all this experience and they have so many great ideas. And then you just let them go and they surprise you, and it's the best. And the two of them are just so fun and lovely and supportive people. We had a great time.
Awesome. Thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it.
Thank you, Anthony. Take care.
You took everything out about my resume being made up. It said it wasn't made up.
Get your ass back home before you hurt somebody.
I was born to do this. Once you let your dreams out of the box, you can't just shove them back in.
723, you're clear for takeoff.
Punch it, Flamingo.